Let's remember our example where the city of Yonkers got fined according to the formula P of t equals 100 times 2 to the t's power. So $100 was the initial fine on the very first day. We called that day 0. And then every day after that, the fine got doubled, resulting then in the growth factor of 2. And so there we get the 2 to the t's power. And we had discovered that if we want to know on a given day, let's say we had the example of day 30, we want to know what the fine is, we plug in 30 for the t, and then we calculate that on our calculator. Then at the very end we had, however, discovered that it is not as easy to do it the other way around. So let's say we want to know by what day does the city have to pay $1 million. And we ran into difficulties. So today we're going to then discover or learn how we can solve that. And so we're basically going to solve for t. So let's get started. On what day will the city of Yonkers fine reach $1 million or above? And what is our fine is P of t, so we will have 1 million, and then that equals 100 times 2 to the t's power. So the first thing we can do is what we know already. We divide both sides by 100, and as a result then we get on the left side 10,000, and on the right side we are left with 2 to the t's power. So we are basically asking the question, what exponent do we need to put up there at the 2 in order to get 10,000 or more? Now one way to do it is we just plug in higher and higher t's, and we'll see when it is above 10,000. That's one possibility, and I invite you to try that. Another possibility is to graph. You know that already as well, how to do that. And where we graph the left side and then we graph the right side and we find the intersection of both. However, we want to also have an algebraic way of solving this equation. And so here we are just simply going to define something. And we are going to define that t is this new thing called logarithm, log, to the base 2 of 10,000. Just like at some point we defined the idea of a square root, here we are defining the idea of a logarithm. And I will in the next video explain more how those two compare to each other, and then in subsequent videos you will learn more about logarithms and in and of themselves. However, right now I just want to show you that that is enough almost. So that's first of all enough to say mathematically you now solved for t, because in mathematics this means something. But I also want to show you how you can actually find the number by using your calculator. So I'm going to go to my calculator, and so there will be different logs, and I'm going to go to the logarithm that allows me to put in my base, which in our case is 2, and then I will put in my number 3,000, and I'm gonna click enter. Oh, hold on, did I put one too many? So that is 10,000, and here I get now 13 point, let's say 29. That's good enough. I'm gonna remember that. 13.29. So t is approximately 13.29. Mostly it will be always an infinitely long and not repeating decimal, with a few exceptions where we have very clear answers. And so we can say from here that the city of Yonkers will reach a fine over $1 million after 13 days. That means it will be on the 14th day.